to something a little light now. The highly anticipated Showmax hit reality TV show, The Real Housewives of Durban, returns this month for a third season. The ladies of eThekwini return with much more glamour, lavishness, and a touch of drama. The original cast members Sorisha Naidoo, Nonku and Mthembu return for the third time, while 3 new cast members join the circle in this season, including Mbali Ngiba, Slee, Ndlovu, and Valaskatzis, who joins us live now. Maria, where do we even begin? I often don't know how much of these shows is genuine dialogue and how much is scripted drama for the cameras.
Oh my word, no. Whatever you see is absolute reality. Every emotion that the ladies are going through, every fright or fight, everything is real. Trust me.
And how do you manage that then? Because it just seems like some of you live your lives on total steroids, that the highs are so high, the lows are so low. If an ordinary person lived just an episode of this series, they'd probably need to go for a holiday for 2 weeks to recover. How do you manage?
Trust me, I have a psychologist on call.
And do your castmates as well?
I'm pretty sure, or else they are very tough, because it's not easy putting your life out there for everybody to see, but just the emotional roller coaster that is constantly happening. I mean, what you feel when you watch, multiply it by 100 to what we are feeling.
You know, one of the things I've often wondered, and I've caught a few episodes, I must confess I'm not a regular viewer, but in the few episodes that I have watched, I do wonder sometimes about the kind of modeling of relationships between women shows like this present. You know, what kind of a message or a sort of rubric, a blueprint does it give in terms of the kinds of relationships that women often have with one another, which are complicated and fraught and beautiful and layered and the rest of it. Do you feel like the relationships are generally quite functional and healthy or not?
I think that is one of the main reasons I decided to join this show, is that I wanted to break the narrative. I think constantly when we look at reality TV, especially where there's a whole lot of women together, there's constantly the battle, the fighting, the arguments, and it's not really something that's healthy. But what you will see in this show is that when friendships are formed, they're really, truly friendships. And I think one of the things that I've taken from this show is that sometimes relationships are good for you and they help you grow, and sometimes it's not, and it's time to step away. And when you look at this show, I would encourage women to take that narrative. Don't just look at what is happening and think that's how women should treat each other, but look at the lessons that come from what is the outcome is.
Well, you've certainly piqued my interest. Let's have a look at the trailer and see what else we can expect in this upcoming third season. Do stay with us. Please don't go away, Maria. We'll touch base with you just after having a look.
This season on The Real Housewives of Durban.
A rich doesn't look at the price.
The heat is turning up.
Sorisha feels that she's the queen of this group.
I'm here to meet a mystery man. I just melt. You're just a new toy.
Oh my gosh, you came after Jaja.
There's no hiding from the shade.
Now, don't forget to take Annie aside when you have a moment.
The shade.
Me and Rue are going to introduce our game.
Another game.
Get ready for a ferocious ride.
So just say it allows the PA to slip your way up there. So, I mean...
I just want to throw hands now.
The Real Housewives.
Whew, there's a lot packed into that trailer, that's for sure, Maria. As we round up, I suppose a delicate question, but with everything that's going on in South Africa, you know, we're under a real crunch at the moment. There's nothing like a bit of a guilty pleasure. Absolutely. But how do you balance that tension, you know, between being in this very glitzy show and then also being, I imagine, hit by load shedding and also mindful of the kind of pressure that people are under?
Yeah, I just feel like my family kind of grounds me. And I think that there's a lot that is happening in South Africa, in the world, but you just got to find your center, got to find the people that support you and encourage you to grow. And let's stop looking at the negative and try and see the light in everything that is happening around us, because there is light.
Certainly not coming from Eskom, but elsewhere indeed. Thank you so much for your time. Best to you and your cast members for that new season. And thanks for joining us on Newzroom Afrika.